Welcome to What's Trending Podcast. It's your boy Storm Sims, and today I have a special guest by the name of Shay. Can you please let the people know where you're from and a little more about yourself?
So I'm originally from East St. Louis. I've been in Bloomington on and off since 2006. I am the head of my business, which is Labor Made Goods, and I'm 30 years old, big Capricorn, and yes.
So your name is Shay. That's what you go by.
So I go by Shay. My government name is Bruce Shay, but I go by Shay most definitely.
For sure. Now this is What's Trending Podcast, so we got to talk about a couple things that's trending right now. As you know, today is the 4th of July, and there was a mass shooting in Chicago today to kick off the 4th. It's usually a lot of violence around this time, on the 4th of July with fireworks and all that type of stuff going on. A lot of people are outside. It's getting hot outside. But today, I'm sad to say that 3 kids got shot and 2 women got killed today. How do you feel about all this violence and stuff going on?
In my eyes, I just say we should all be united and come together, put down the guns, and I'm not saying all the way, because in my eyes I feel like you should protect yourself by any means necessary, but the goofy stuff can be society in all type of ways, so we can become one as United States, one as a culture, black culture, whatever it is, instead of hurting our children, our loved ones, and continue to make living situations dangerous.
For sure. I think that's a great response for sure, because it's definitely getting out of control, when kids and women is getting killed, for sure.
But now I have to agree, like, our black kings too. It's not just, it hurts you when you see a kid get their life taken away from them for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
And then the women that produces our children and here to guide our children in the right way. But then our black kings, like, we're losing significant amount of our black kings to prisons, to gun violence, to deaths, and everything else. So yeah, and who gonna lead us? Y'all supposed to lead the women,
And that's real. And I'm gonna keep 1,000. A lot of these guys that's getting killed is in the streets. Some of them not, but when you got innocent people getting killed, it hit different, because a lot of time people pretty much do stuff to themselves. If you out here doing certain things and you in the streets, that's what's come with it. But when innocent people get hit that don't got nothing to do with nothing, that hit different.
It definitely does. I agree.
For sure. But speaking on that, the presidential election is coming up.
Oh my goodness, don't even.
So it's looking like, I don't know if you watched the debate or anything.
I'm not too much into voting anymore, because I have my own thoughts on a lot of things, and it took my sister, it took other people to kind of guide me into, like, because I voted for Obama and I voted for some other people, and I just feel like you're probably gonna not, a lot of people, if you love me, you love me. If you know me, you know me. So I agree with a lot of things that Trump did. It was like the moment Trump was in the office, everything went down. He brought down gas prices. He brought down a lot of stuff. I think that I do not feel for him 100%, but I understood him. What person these days, unless you get a real person, is going to sit there and tell you in the face how they are and what they're going to do and actually do everything? We had a lot of presidents in the office that said, hey, we're going to do this, and they didn't follow through. Trump, okay, he let them know. I feel on a little here and there. I'm racist. He lets everyone know. So it's like, would you want to hide behind your back a person standing right next to you saying, oh, I love you, but they're all along racist? Or you want somebody to be truthful to you and tell you and show them your true colors, and then on top of that still change America for what he said he was going to do? I can go deeper into that, but I think I'm not comfortable with talking about political.
We're not going to get deep into
yes.
it, but that's a great response, because I'm not going to lie. Like, the more I think about it, and I don't really rock with Trump like that, but if we're going to be honest, I think that, Trump ran this country a little better than Biden. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna keep it real, because I mean, he lies about a lot of stuff, but as far as like you say, like the price, because everything is through the roof right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know how families is making it right now with all these prices of everything going. I just went to the grocery store the other day. It's like every time I go to the grocery store, the prices keep going up.
I agree.
Man, so yeah, something definitely got to give. I don't know if he's gonna necessarily get elected again. I'm probably not gonna vote. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, it just, if that's who we got to pick from, it's like it really don't even matter at this point.
I felt the same way. Like, I stopped voting after I seen that it was a lot of controversy behind Trump, and then when I actually sat down and kind of weeded through certain things, I was like, well, you know, gas prices was up with Obama. It went down with Trump, and it came back, skyrocketed with gas prices. If I'm for sure, with Obama was in $4. Like, and I didn't have a car, and I paid attention.
We not gonna get out on Obama because he was the first black president. And then on top of that, if people want to keep it real, a lot of people wouldn't have insurance right now if it wasn't for Obama. I still got Medicaid. I got Medicaid. There's a lot of people out there right now that depend on this insurance, this health insurance.
And I agree.
You got to give Obama that. If you want insurance right now, you can go right up there to the public aid place or wherever you want, and you can go get it if you want it, if you don't got it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Them other presidents weren't doing that. He made sure everybody got health insurance so they could go to the doctor.
That was the most good move.
You got to give him his props, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I would still choose Obama over Trump. And I won't never knock that. I just think that Trump made some things happen. However he did, could have been his skin color. I don't know. He made some things happen that when looking at our previous presidents or things like that, our most recent one, it's just kind of like, how did it go from here to here? And this was supposed to be the so hard, worst, most ridiculous, you know, in office.
But the thing about that too is Obama came into like a lot of bull crap, you know what I'm saying? Because who did we have before Obama? George Bush. You know what I'm saying? And he messed up. George Bush messed up a lot of things. So Obama kind of had to, you know, take that on, you know what I'm saying, and kind of fix things. But like I said before, it ain't really no president that gave everybody free health insurance and all type of stuff, because a lot of people like to talk down on Obama. They don't talk about the good things that he done, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Trump, he kind of took advantage. He's an opportunist, you know.
Oh, most definitely.
He took advantage of the situation with COVID and everything, you know what I'm saying? Because to be honest, it didn't matter who the president was. You were still going to get that stimulus. You know what I'm saying? People were still going to get that money either way it went.
Oh, I'm not even thinking about that, because that's a whole nother story. I think that stimulus was put out there to hit hard, like right now. Like, you were thinking, oh, we got this free money and things like that. But a few years back, yeah, we're broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much because they did that. Where was the money? Why did y'all give us money when we're broke? Only less than how many years later, 1 year later, is because, yeah, y'all getting this free money, but y'all about to pay for it 10 times more.
For sure.
When you're spending $1,000 itself on groceries with a 3-man family.
It's crazy.
Like, it's ridiculous. So, yeah.
So, shouts out to the families out there trying to make it, man, for sure, in these hard times. Definitely get greater later. But on to the best part of the interview. Now, what do you do as far as business? And you're an artist too, aren't you?
I am.
Okay, cool.
I am, and I'll talk on both. So I've been with this business through the YWCA McLean called Labrador Made Goods. And our mission is to empower women who has experienced incarceration by providing professional development and apprenticeships, and it's just so many things, and I want to kind of get into that a little bit. I've been with them since the day they launched, before they was even thought of, like before we even knew what product we was going to sell and have behind our name. I was there. The day we launched was September 21st, 2020, and I've been with them ever since then. I did work my way up from starting from my professional development program before it was even apprenticeship or opportunity for a job, which was called Strive. We moved from Strive. I graduated, was one of the first graduates of that. Off topic, that certificate helped me get my record sealed also. But moving to Labor Made Goods, I started off as apprentice, lead apprentice to sales assistant, and now I'm the head as a program coordinator. So I basically run it with just somebody over me to say, okay, yeah, I got the money and let me pay for that. But other than that, and I think that that job, particularly at a time when I got out of being incarcerated, I was at a low point. I didn't have nobody to call on. I had a lot of friends and families, but even they were at a hard spot. So my spot, I didn't have faith, I didn't have confidence in myself, and just having the connections that I had with this job, the support of people. I know famous people, I know big business people, I'm connected to people all over, and it's not just saying, hey, let's give you some money so your life can do good, $1,000. No, it's saying, no, I'm going to show you how to do this so you can take it and learn, and then you can make your money off of it. And that's the type, I have to see it that way. Anybody can give me $10,000, but if I don't know what to do with it, it'll leave, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's how it is. Through them, and this is kind of where the art come in at. I was painting on and off because I had some burnouts, I had some mental breakdowns and things like that. My life, divorces and things like that, they also still held me down through my worst time. When I'm calling off work, when I'm saying I need a week gone, they were there. So they say, 2019, when I went to the Stride program, we had to write a business plan. Now, writing a business plan is not easy, and I learned that during that time. And my business was just saying I wanted to open up an art gallery to teach people how to do art, the basic art skills, and just giving them that outlet, kids, adults, giving that outlet that makes me happy. Before that, it was saying like, I need, my lone life dream is to have my art inside an exhibit. And it happened this year, 4 years later, almost 4 years later, it happened. One of my business partners called me up about a year ago and said, I'm about to do this big gallery and I want you to be a part of it. I'll be back in tune. And I'm living down in East St. Louis at the time, working remotely for the YWCA Elaborate Made Goods. I said, okay, whatever, And last year, towards the beginning of this year, they called me. You ready? Are you painting? Do you got any paintings? I'm like, no. We'll get to painting, and call me every single week, checked in every month almost. Are you done? Are you done? Are you done? Up until like I literally painted probably 2 weeks before like it needed to be submitted for, and then they had to go through the whole process, accepting process, the application process, even though he said, yeah, you're, yes. So the art gallery is MCAC, West Side Center, basically represent all the West Side artists, because that's originally where I was all my life, on the West Side. And I have 3 pieces. It's gonna be nice. The launch day is, the grand opening is the 12th of all 3 galleries that's in there. We're in the Armstrong Gallery, or my artwork is in the Armstrong Gallery. And then amongst other artists, other West Side artists also. And I think that's it.
That's dope. It sounds like you got a lot going on. You got a bright future ahead of you. You're definitely doing your thing and putting in a lot of work. Yes. It definitely gets greater later for sure. But I want to touch on one thing. You say you've been locked up before. And it's a lot of good people in jail, like men and women in prison that just made mistakes, you know what I'm saying? So if you got some loved ones, or some people in prison, don't hesitate to reach out to them for sure. But how was that experience being locked up in prison?
Okay, I'm gonna correct. I never went to prison. I did McLean County.
McLean County, okay.
Yes, and being locked up in there, I don't like to say this, but I have to be 100%. I think that that's something that, as a woman, as the Black woman that I am, I could have did it easily. The time spent, I probably even could have went to prison, but who wants to? Right. I think the hardest was being away from my mom when I knew I was her backbone at the time. Like I never separated from her. I was really the only thing she knew to come over to clean to make sure she's good, so that was my hardest hit. My commissary, I literally got like 150 to 200 dropped on my commissary. That was my own money. So had I not been ill and not knew what I was diagnosed with, if it wasn't for that and me losing mobility in jail, like having to rely on women to take care of me that I never knew, it was such vulnerability to have somebody randomly walking up to me, see me sick, can't walk, can't bathe, and they pull me to the shower to bathe me.
Oh, wow.
Had it not been that, then I think it's something that I probably would have been like, because I look back at it and say that was just the most traumatic time.
Yeah.
Not being believed that I do had an illness and I had something was wrong with me. So I'm going to the doctor, the nurse's office, the infirmary, every boom, 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 boom. And they're still saying, okay, nothing's wrong. We can't find nothing's wrong because I had a brain injury.
Wow.
Not really a brain injury. It's something that deals with your nerves, which is multiple sclerosis. And not knowing and how long I had to do the jail time. Then I had to do the time where admitted to the hospital and they're figuring out what was wrong. My body was steady shutting down, so I had to learn how to retalk, gain my hearing back. I lost hearing in one of my ears. I had to have eye surgery. It was a lot, and that was the most traumatic part about it. Going forward though, I think that like looking into my case, I always feel like the people that you involve yourself with can bring you down if you're not at that level of saying, I want positive people in my life. I've been called bougie so much because after looking back at the following years after it and seeing that these people that I love and have the most biggest connection to, and I'm tied to them and I can't let them go, still is on the same things. You can't lift them. They can't come with you. Some people is putting your life for only a season, and rather they took your life down, you're trying to make it still work. You feel like they left your life fast, or you still want that. You gotta move on. I've been called bougie so much since I just was like, okay, I don't gotta deal with you. Bye. And it's not that. It's just that what can we build together? You on my team, I'm on your team. We can do this together. You don't see that because you're at this level. Every majority of people that support me and on my team is rich. I'm not saying I'm at that level, but if you don't think high of yourself, you will never get there. And I would never say I'm at a higher class or I'm this and that. No, it's just that I'm starting to notice if you don't cut out the BS, then you're going to always be that.
Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
Who you surround yourself with is definitely important. So what did you go to jail for?
I had manufactured delivery. I got charged with manufactured delivery. And as we all know, any drug charge is not expungible, it's sealable. So I have put in my work to get my record sealed, get my healthcare license back, and I got approved for my healthcare license, and I'm praying for other good news down the line, but I have put the back work in with that.
Yes, ma'am. It definitely gets greater for sure. It sounds like you've been through a lot for sure, but like I said, it definitely gets greater later for sure. So where can the people check out your artwork and stuff like that?
So right now, the business that I am with, we're a nonprofit social enterprise, and because I am the original person on the team from the very beginning, a lot back work come back on me. So my hands is tied with my business, like with my job that I work for. So the artwork is kind of put on the back burner. But right now, the gallery opens tomorrow. It's MCAC Armstrong Gallery. They have 3 of my paintings. One is called Imperfect Grace, Love Me Naked, and to kind of explain it, it's just a nude lady at a very vulnerable spot, because when you're nude, you're very vulnerable. And I felt like I was getting a lot of people that was judging me from my rest and be face. If I didn't show my teeth, I wasn't a happy woman. I'm the angry black woman. So to me, when I painted that, it was to express No, love me for who I am. Even if I don't show my teeth and be this giggly, happy person, I'm still happy. I'm happy where my life is.
That's
And
right.
that there's such a vulnerability when you're naked. So it's like, if I show you my all, if I be at this point, would you then understand like that I'm not this angry person? The next one is very powerful, and I did cry when I found out it got accepted. It's called Chains, Echoes of Chains, and something of Shackles. I'm sorry, and it's a slavery piece. You have a heart right here like this that has a little black family in it, and then it has chains onto the wrists, and then it loops into the other two photos. On this side, you have a pregnant woman in the cornfield, and then she loops, her chains loops to this woman that has BBLs and Botox and things like that. And then on the man's side, you have a noose with a chain on his. He got like shorts, he got his chest, just kind of older day slavery, right? And then his chain loops into businessman, like a tie. What that basically means is saying, like, even though people believe that we're out of slavery, we're not. It's just a different look on it. And the sooner that all of us, everyone, but majority the black culture, understand that we're still in a slavery, we'll come out on top eventually.
For sure. So would you say that like jail is a form of modern day slavery?
I would say that. I would. I feel like it's everything. As a woman that has committed a crime, or been charged with a crime, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna take that back. Been charged with a crime. The government has a way of only allowing those crimes to having small room for you to do something else, to do something positive for all cultures, for black, for whites, for Mexicans. Like, you tell us we supposed to be this, but it's no outlet. Seriously, it's no support. If you don't know the right person, would you get out this situation? When I first got out, they say, because our job tried to stop for recidivism, for happening or whatever. And when I first got out, I thought, let me go do this, because nobody's hiring me. You're not going to tell me I'm going to work at this store for $8.25 an hour when I was working full-time medical care, and now you're saying I can't do that because I have a charge. That charge don't dictate me taking care of elderly women or women that has disabilities or men or anybody. That's something I love to do, right? So now you're putting this stipulation on my life, and you think that for one bit that I'm not going to think about going back or doing the thing that gets me fast money, get me where I need to be at. And it's not just with selling drugs. It's just with robbery, theft, murder. All that to me has such a powerful background. No one's sitting these people down and saying, let's see originally where this started at. Did it start from your childhood trauma? Did it start from teenage trauma? Was you raped? Was you beat? Is this all you know in your life that got you to get to this point? Nobody's sitting down. In the black culture, what I realize and know for 100%, we lack mental health support, because a lot of people feel as if black people supposed to be strong. We're strong, but we're still human.
Yes, ma'am.
We need our support. We have mental illnesses too, and we look at each other, our families look, oh, that person's crazy, that person's on medicine, we're too good for that. But that will be your same brother that goes to jail for murder because he don't know how to handle his anger. That would be the same person if your sister go to jail for murder because she was beat on as a child, made it through teens, got to the adulthood, and it triggered in her head that this is all I know, is to hurt someone. So I think that, it's just a modern day slavery. The government, I talked around a lot. The government has a way of saying, this is all you're good for. This is all you can do. And if you don't have those powerful people in your life, those supportive people in your life to say, King, you good. You popping your stuff. You got this. Don't give up. Take those negative self-talks out your mouth, out your vocabulary. Believe in you, because we do. When you don't have that, then where would you be?
Yeah.
My question is, where would I be? I have a whole family, and I love my whole entire family. They support me in their own way. And not to say my family is jealous or anything, but sometimes even your family get tired of seeing you pop your stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Every other day you're calling saying, I got a reward, I got a certificate, I'm employee of the month, I got my car, I got this, I learned okay, again, good for you. It's not real love, it's fake love. So the people that put in the work, they may be from a distance, but they're going to check in and let you know, keep going. We want to see you. I'm not fighting just for my family. I'm fighting for them people that's behind me and showing me that they never gave up on me. I shouldn't give up on myself no matter what. So, yes.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. And speaking of modern day slavery, there's definitely a lot of people in jail for stuff that they didn't even do. And on top of that, when you compare certain races to each other, you might have this guy who goes to jail for a long time, but you might have this other guy on the other hand that gets probation for the same case. So a lot of that goes on, like when you have I ain't gonna say a lot, but you know, and I don't want to throw the race thing in there, but I'm gonna keep it real. You might have a white guy, you might have a black guy, and then one goes to jail, one doesn't for the same case. You know what I'm saying? And they both might not have a background. So it's a lot of stuff that ties into that, like you just broke down. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I say, it gets greater later for sure. But so you're located in the Bloomington Normal area.
Yes, I stay on the east side now.
Okay.
And soon after the gallery, because some of my pieces are already sold before the gallery opened. That was a little sneak peek. They had sneak peeks and they said they got their people. But after the gallery closes, because this is a lot, I have 4 different events regarding around the gallery. The opening's tomorrow. The grand opening of all 3 galleries is the 12th. The grand opening of the gallery that I will be, the exhibit that I'm in, is on the 13th. And then the 18th is Day with Shay. And it's basically some people, some supporters, loved ones, families that have seen me have that wish back in 2019. And I finally got it 4 years later. So they saying like, what does a day with Shay look like? Can we talk about your life? Can we, we want to support you. So we're going to meet up at the MCAC on the 18th and just kind of celebrate. And I'm gonna probably say some of the same things here and tell everybody about my artwork, my life dreams, and because it's not stopping. I'm in a process of writing a memoir of some things. And the reason why I want to kind of backtrack, the reason why I talk on mental health and I'm so adamant, because I do have mental illnesses. And to say that it's just been so easy. It has not. I have been to a mental ward. I have had breakdowns, but I'm diagnosed with things that, well, I'll tell you, I'm diagnosed with bipolar, anxiety, schizoaffective disorder, depression, and I still keep going. So I like to tell things to people, personal things to people, for anybody else that's out there that's going through the same thing, that's having a hard time, their body in fatigue and got a lot of medical illnesses going on, mental illnesses. You can do it. Push by, go to sleep for an hour, wake up and start over if you have to. So those are things that my supporters that really care for me know, and they check in. They, I think that as a culture, as a Black culture, we got to check in more often with people. You think they're okay, you think they're handling, because you see their smile, you see them with some new J's on their feet, the new car. It doesn't matter. It can go away just like that because no one checked in with that person. So yeah, that's all. I can keep going. I love talking. Like, I want people to know I'm here, support. You can find me on my personal Facebook page. It's Shay Candy T. If you need to contact me and talk to me and say, hey, I'm going through the same things, or you can contact my work page, Library Made Goods Facebook page, if you want volunteer opportunities where you can get the experience to advocate and talk about, like your experience and how, just having that experience for women who has experienced incarceration.
show that. And I think that's definitely dope that you're doing all of these things and people can reach out to you for sure, because a lot of times people feel like, you know, they don't have nobody to reach out to. They might have gone through a lot of the similar things you went through, but they feel like they don't have anybody to reach out to. So I think that's dope that you're allowing people to reach out to you.
Yes.
And just talk. Because sometimes people just need somebody to talk to.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even say anything. Just listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me everything is going to be okay. I had those, and I still got those. I have a mentor, our fragrance designer, we make 100% soy candles and wax melts and things like that, and all the proceeds from our candles or our products go back into creating more opportunities for women who has experienced incarceration. 100% of the proceeds to make those more apprentices. So with that, I have a mentor. She started off as just a fragrance designer that helped us come up with the scents. Now every week, once a week, we have a meeting for me to check in. I check in with her. It's that personal relationship, the love. And mind you, I'm gonna drop her little secret. She worked on Michael Jordan cologne. So to think about things like that, she's up there, and I always say, "You're famous." She's like, "No, don't do that." Like, yeah, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're famous, honey. We don't get that." But she spends that time. She's busy, and she's, you know, our communication is good. If she can't check in, which has never happened, she'll text me, "Hey, I'm just checking in and see how you doing. I actually got to catch a flight. Can I check back in next week?" And that's why I'm keep pushing. I'm going to keep fighting. I don't want to let none of these people down, but more so, I know when they have told me you deserve it. And I have to say one thing. This may offend people. This may kind of set you down and think. Every one of my supporters on my team, 100% are Caucasian, are white. And I think that I don't have a problem with that. I know I don't have a problem with that. I think it just sat down and let me think about really why don't we have more black people that is so willing to support someone else of their same color? Do you get to that point, or you get to that level and you forget where you came from? Because my whole team, it was a Caucasian woman that, you know, reached out for me to go to Stride, reached out for me to sign up for Lavery Goods and put in an application. And she was the same person that taught me that black people can't be racist. And that's a whole nother story. I might have to revisit on that. Sure. But she literally told me, she's white, she's Caucasian, she's telling me, black people can't be racist, maybe prejudiced, but black people can't be racist. You are the only race that every single other culture and race is racist against. Africans don't like us. Chinese don't like us. I mean, it's very deep. I'm probably going too deep, but some Caucasian, I'm not saying as a all, but these are every single race. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cuban, Dominican Republicans are black. And they literally said,
that's the crazy part.
They literally said, we will not say we're black because of what black people has experienced. We're Dominican Republic. And when I heard that, and I seen that, and I seen it from my own eyes, because I'm the one who don't judge. I like all races. And but I learned when I date them, and when I heard that, I think that really set me in to say, we're by ourselves. We're not secluding ourselves. It's everyone else putting us in this bubble. So why can't we stand up and have that same fight when someone else see it in me, another culture, another race sees it in me? Why don't I have one person of color on my team behind me saying, push, you can do this, you can get through this, I believe in you?
Yeah, and that's crazy, because me and my friends was actually talking about that the other day. Like, you got a lot of black people in the community that don't support the black community, you know what I'm saying, don't support each other. You know, you make all this money, even rappers or whoever it is, or celebrities or sports players or whatever, or even just people in the community. You make all this money off of your people, or you make all this money in the community, and then when you get up here, you forget about the people that's down there that helped you get there. And you know what I'm saying? I think people need to definitely reach back and look out and support the black community. You make all this money in the black community, but then you go spend your money somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So I think you definitely hit it on the head with that for sure.
I think what touched me, and people don't like talking about it because they know they're the ones that's not doing it, right? I seen your podcast or your video clip when you went to the tent city and hung out with them and brought them things and stuff like that. I felt like it be that you don't know what moment. My sister get on me every single day. Anytime I have loose change, loose money, anything, I'm giving it to the panhandlers, right? It could be my last. But I know in 3 days I'm about to get paid again. You don't know when that person's going to get paid. And even though we know panhandlers make more than we do sometimes.
Hey, I ain't gonna flex. Some of them people be faking, man.
Yes,
that's how they make their money, man.
I seen one got in a brand new Cadillac on the side of Walmart, and I rolled up on them and said something. I'm like, now you made me look stupid because my sister, my sister my whole life. But that one person, it's with everything. Anything that you do, people got their own business and scammers in their own business. Wigs, freaking car shops, everything. You can be at Sam Lehman's. The scammers and Sam Lehman's are going to sell you a lemon and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So anywhere you go, panhandling is just another way of getting income for someone that's homeless and struggling and don't have the support, the mental support and resources or any resources at all to get where they need to go. They're only been told that they're that. Now we got fakers, but we got fakers in everything, don't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything. So, you can't just say they mad because you just gonna drive past or you gonna give them $1. That's how it is.
For sure that. Well, I definitely appreciate having you on the show. I'm definitely grateful to have you on the show. Before we get up off here, can you please give the people some life advice?
I think my life advice would be just be there for other people. Always be loving. Don't use the word hate. You won't feel it. No matter if it's your enemies, ops, whatever you want to call it, love them. They're going to get you higher. So just know that if I didn't have haters, if I didn't have a female look at me sideways, that means I'm not doing nothing. So love, love, love. Once you open up your heart of love, you'll open up your heart to give and care for everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Love everybody no matter what they do. Well, like I said, I definitely appreciate having you on the show. This is West Trending Podcast. You already know it's going down like the Titanic. Like and subscribe.